1800s Project, The Mormon Battalion by Camden Bradshaw. The Mormon Battalion was started because early saints of the new Mormon church needed to move west. The one thing that stood in the way of the trek was finances, so the leaders decided to send Jesse Little to get help from the American government. Jesse got an audience with the president, James Polk, and he was able to persuade him to enlist Mormon soldiers in the newly started Mexican War. The payment for the soldiers would create the funds necessary for the saints to move west. In June of 1846, leaders of the army came and enlisted 500 Mormon soldiers into 5 battalions going to war. Some of the men did not want to go, but Brigham Young, the leader of the church, told them that if they would go, they would not be in any battles in the war. In July of 1846, the companies for the war set out. Many women and children went along on the march to help the soldiers. Brigham Young's promise that they would not be in any battle came true, and the worst thing that happened to them was a buffalo stampede. At the end of their 2,000-mile trek, the battalion reached San Diego, and they rejoiced because the trek had not been easy. At San Diego, the war had ended, but the battalions were enlisted for 1 year of employment, so they stayed and were assigned to garrison duty. After the year of employment, the soldiers went on to do other things before they got back to the main group of saints. Some of the soldiers wanted to get a little bit more funding, so they decided to get work at Sutter's Mill, and most of the men that were there when the gold was discovered. In addition to that, some of the men decided to go on to create a trail through the Sierra Nevada mountains that would later be used as part of the Oregon Trail. After the trek, most of the men in the battalion reunited with the rest of their family in the main group of saints, and the funding helped the group move to the Salt Lake Valley in present-day Utah, which is now the capital of the church. Reddick Newton Allred is my 7th great-uncle, and he was part of the Mormon Battalion.